Hi there, my name's Hayley and I like to make cool warm things. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this no-sew frog keyring that's super fast and handy for markets. Check the description for the free written pattern. So to get started we are going to use 2 strands of yarn at the same time and make a magic ring. So I like to do this by wrapping the yarn around my fingers and creating a cross on the top of my fingers, inserting my hook and yarn over and pull that loop through, yarn over and pull that through, and one more time. And then we're going to make 6 single crochets into our magic ring. To make a single crochet we are going to go in through the magic ring, yarn over and pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both loops on the hook, and that's your first single crochet. So we're just going to make 6. And then we're going to pull on the tail to tighten up our magic ring. Slip stitch into that first stitch to join the round. So go in through the stitch, yarn over, pull through and pull through again. And that's our first round finished, and we've got 6 single crochets. For round 2 we're going to start with a chain 1. And then we're going to increase into each stitch around. So we're just going to make 2 single crochets in each stitch around. And at the end of the round we are going to slip stitch into that first stitch to join, and we'll have 12 single crochets. For round 3 we are going to start with a chain 1, and then we're going to work a single crochet in the first stitch and then an increase in the next one, a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to work a bobble stitch and a single crochet into the next stitch. So for a bobble stitch I like to yarn over the hook, go in through the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 of those, yarn over and go in through the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through just 2 of those loops, repeat that again, and one last time. Can get a bit awkward doing it. And then we're going to yarn over the hook and pull through all of the loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on our hook. And that's our bobble stitch. I like to just kind of push them out the way a little bit, so you've got a little bit more space to go into that same stitch with your single crochet. Then we're going to make a single crochet in the next stitch, an increase in the next one, a single crochet in the next stitch, an increase in the next one, a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to make that bobble and single crochet in the next one. we're going to finish with a single crochet in the next stitch and 2 single crochets into that last one. Slip stitch to the first stitch to join, and at the end of round 3 you've got 18 stitches. For round 4 we're going to start with a chain 1, and then we're going to work a single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then an increase in the next one, and we're just going to repeat this all the way around. So a single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then an increase. And then we're going to slip stitch to that first stitch to join, and at the end of round 4 we'll have 24 stitches. For round 5 to 9 we are just going to single crochet into each stitch around, so just 1 single crochet in each stitch. Slip stitch into that first stitch to join, and at the end of round 5 you'll have 24 stitches, so we're just going to repeat this up to round 9. So I've finished row 9, and now is a good time to add your eyes. So I like to add mine in between rounds 3 and 4 at the bottom of the bobble stitches. So the first one there, second one there, and then we'll just add the markers. That's the eyes nice and in place, and we will just continue. I find it better to work another round before you start adding the stuff in, but it's up to you. So to start round 10 we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to work a single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then a decrease. So for a decrease I like to go into the front loop of the stitch, front loop of the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. And we're just repeating that all the way around. Slip stitch to that first stitch to join, and at the end of round 10 you'll have 18 stitches. So we can start to add a little bit of stuff in now. And then for round 11 we are going to start with a chain 1 and then work a single crochet and then a decrease, and we're just repeating this all the way around. trying not to get stuff in caught in your stitches. Slip stitch into that first stitch to join. Making sure that we're going under both loops of the stitch. And at the end of round 11, we've got 12 stitches. So I'm going to add a little bit more stuff into mine. And then for the last round, round 12, we are going to start with a chain 1 and we're just going to decrease all the way around. Then we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch to join, and at the end of round 12 we've got 6 stitches. We're going to fasten off now, so yarn over and pull through, keep pulling and snip off your yarn. You can add a little bit more stuff in if you'd like at this point. You could use the end of your hook to get it in if your fingers too big to fit in. I think mine's fine. So we're just going to sew this hole closed and sew in our end. And that's a crocheting finished. The next thing I like to do is add his cheeks. So I just take a piece of peach yarn. You could also use pink if you want. And I fold it over. Put it onto my sewing needle and I pull it so that the two tails, the two ends are the short end. And then I just go just underneath his eye and through, and then use this loop to tie my yarn on. Just work back and forth a couple of times until I'm happy with the size, and then work across to the other side. Just to repeat that. Tie it off and sew the end in. And then I like to add a little smile, so I get some black yarn and I do the same thing folding it over, adding it onto my sewing needle with the loop on the long end, and I use that to join my yarn on. And I just work around, adding his smile on. tie that off and sew in the end. And we've got a happy little frog. The last thing you can do is add a keyring onto this, which is what I did for my market. So I got these little keyrings from Temu. What I will say is watch out, because they give you a number of how many pieces you're going to get. I can't remember what mine were, but these include these, which I don't use, the small little jump ring on the bottom, and the actual chain on the keyring, or the chain and the keyring. So I thought I was buying 50 of them, sorry 150 of them, but I got 50 of these, 50 of these and 50 of these jump rings. So watch out for that when you're buying them. Anywho, to add your keyring on, I just get some green yarn and fold it over the same way that I did with the cheeks and the smile. Use that loop to go in through the top to join my yarn on, and then I go through the little jump ring at the bottom and work across the stitches like so. And I just work back and forth a couple of times just to make sure it's secure. And then of course, on my last one, I just tie off and sew that end in. Snip off my end, and my little frog keyring is finished.